Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Brady now on first down. That's complete to Tyler Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A nice completion there for a first down to Tyler Johnson. Excellent size at 6'1". He's a 5th-round pick last year out of Minnesota, and there were a bunch of big names in front of him on the depth chart, but he found a few moments to shine as a rookie and gained the confidence of his quarterback, Tom Brady.
And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. They've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages, blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
So those are the numbers for Gronk in last week's outing. 8 catches, 138 yards.
And you know what he did all week in preparation for this one? Hydrated.
Salivated.
Yes, they stretched, dreamed, going against the last team in the league against the pass.
Yeah.
He expects to catch every one thrown today.
You're right. They have struggled 32 of 32 in that category. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Brady. This is caught. Touchdown! Scotty Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team is going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here come the Eagles on offense, and it's Jalen Hurts at the controls in his 2nd season now out of Oklahoma.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The numbers for Sanders last week, he was able to topple the 200-yard mark and a rushing touchdown for good measure.
And what I found surprising, all those yards he accumulated, only found the end zone one time.
Just once.
That doesn't even seem fair, does it?
But still, the 200-yard mark, something he can always carry in his back pocket. And he powers his way up past the 30. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to. That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with the new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. JPP cruising in for the sack that time.
And that's their 1st sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another try after the 1st down sack. Hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Bucs are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. So a 1st interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Boston Scott, his 1st carry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing is Hurts. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They go play action with Hurts. Rolling to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Gronkowski's got it, complete over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Brady. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
But we all know it's Gronk that gets all the headlines, but as we just saw, Cameron Brate, he's pretty reliable himself. Makes a nice catch there for a 1st down. And Tom Brady, he likes throwing the ball to him as well.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets that back at the 39-yard line. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brady. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down right around the 18-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
Succop's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And that will be incomplete. Jordan Whitehead there defensively.
Here's the Eagles' new punter for 2021, Aaron Sipos, to punt it away.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago and in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Next receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Fournette, a first down carry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right.
And he's got Gronkowski. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes, and the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes our score 17-0.
So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense.
You start prorating these rushing numbers and looking ahead, he could be on pace for a 2,000-yard season. I don't want to jinx him, but what a year to this point.
But you just did.
Sorry.
That's okay. No, he can overcome that.
I'm not
right?
apologizing to you.
No.
Okay?
I like your attitude. But you're right. What's got to happen for it to actually occur? Offensive line has continued blocking the way they've been blocking. He has to stay healthy. But also, it's not just the idea that he's going to run the football, but you got to run it against numbers that dictate you throwing the football. Sometimes when you have 6 to block and you only have 5 guys, you've got to block them anyway, and he has to make someone miss as well the rest of the year.
And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 17-0 our score after 1. On first down, it's Scott, and he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Scott. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you. I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run on first down. Scott, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He'll check this one down to Gainwell.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. This from 44 yards out, left hash. The kick by Elliott is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike, knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. From the gun, it's Brady.
Slant route to Miller.
Room here to run. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point try now for Succop. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense.
And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
On 3rd down, it's Scott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
46 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
On 1st down, it's Scott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Hurts to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by Levante David.
And the Buccaneers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. And Brady and the Buccaneers here 1st and 10
right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Brady.
They'll swing this out to Fournette.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
A handoff to Fournette. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now a play fake, Brady. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
And Mike Evans has been the model of consistency and excellence. 7 years in the league. He's been a 1,000-yard receiver 7 times, the first guy in league history to do that. And he makes another catch there for a first down.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Completes it to Miller. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Now Brady. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be fourth down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Second down and 8.
They'll run with Scott. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
65 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll run on first down. Scott, and he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's fourth down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like, you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
He delivers another to Goedert, complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Dancing to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goedert.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. Touchdown, Eagles! Devontae Smith in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken from about the 12. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he spins past him and into space. And he'll get this inside of Philly's 20 before being taken down. We now proceed to the start of the second half. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this 3rd quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. They go again with Scott. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Yeah, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Scott. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
87 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Scott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On 2nd down, it's Scott. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
On the draw, Gainwell.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Again, a run with Gainwell.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10
at the 31-yard line. We'll check on his status when we get back. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Shotgun now for Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Evans. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves. And there's a familiar sight. Rob Gronkowski making a catch for a 1st down. And remember, Gronk said he was done in 2019, was out of football after retiring from the Patriots. But Brady asked if he'd run it back with him in Tampa, and he answered the call. Gronk earned his 4th ring with the win in Super Bowl 55, a game in which he scored 2 touchdowns.
Brady now on 1st down. Looking middle, it's caught by Gronkowski. And down inside the 15 he goes.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels...
Touchdown! The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead is now 24. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look.
And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
But 1st down, Hurts. He'll get this to Ward.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, it certainly feels like we can't mention Greg Ward without using the phrase converted quarterback, but he's turned into an excellent, dependable receiver. Wound up leading the Eagles with 53 catches last season.
On first down, it's Scott. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with a tackle. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Now back to throw. That's complete to Ward.
Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts.
Rolling to his right. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas got it. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles get a score closer.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Now a dump off here complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Brady going to throw. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Here's Brady to throw. And he's got Gronkowski yet again. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. Throwing on first down is Brady. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now Leonard Fournette. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady pushes past him. Johnson jostles free. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. They'll run on first down. Scott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. On the carry, this is Scott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Finding his target, it's Ward. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Hauled in over the middle by Rager. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
Being chased out left. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
On 1st down, Scott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
137 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Scott will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there. Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Brady now on first down. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the 24, Brady. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll go with a big back Fournette, and he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Here's Brady. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Brady. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. To throw, it's Brady. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Brady. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady, and the Buccaneers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Mike Edwards picks it off. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead is now 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 41. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10
at the 41-yard line.
And he'll begin with a give to Fournette to start the drive.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Brady. And Gronkowski's got it. Complete over the middle.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Javon Hargrave there on the stop.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Brady. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
That's Derek Barnett coming in and making the play.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Hurts.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
Joe Tryon brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Fielded just inside the 30. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And a nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory.
Fournette once more on 2nd down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. On the run, it's Fournette. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here's Brad.